She's an American who was caught up in a judicial nightmare in a Southeast Asian country for a crime she did not commit. But this morning, Dr. Stacey Addison is no longer in custody.
Her ordeal began in East Timor in September after she shared a taxi with a stranger who was carrying methamphetamine. Debroa Patta is in London with her story. Deborah, good morning.
Good morning. 41-year-old Dr. Stacey Addison was released from prison in East Timor on Thursday, but she is still unable to leave the country as the government there has not returned her passport. But news of her release has come as a relief to her mother, who has been dedicated to securing her daughter's freedom.
It was an unexpected holiday gift for Dr. Stacey Addison, released from this women's prison in East Timor.
She was kind of almost in shock. She didn't expect it. It was Christmas.
More than 7,000 miles away, her mother, Bernadette Kiro, at home in Oregon, received the news from State Department officials, followed shortly by an emotional phone call with her daughter.
As soon as she got out, she called me, and I'll tell you, it was just so great to hear her voice and talk to her. I was crying, and I was just so happy.
Kiro told CBS this morning that Addison is in good health. Her daughter, a veterinarian, is now a guest of the country's former president, Jose Ramos Horta, a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
So she's staying there. She'll be able to get medical care, get a checkup.
It was September 5th that Addison's round-the-world trip of a lifetime turned into a nightmare. She crossed the border from Indonesia, sharing a taxi, she says, with a complete stranger, when he asked to make a stop and pick up a package. The package turned out to be drugs, and when the taxi was stopped by police, Addison was detained for a few days. She was released briefly, but officials withheld her passport, forcing her to stay in East Timor, and in October she was rearrested and kept behind bars until Christmas Day. Her mother has worked tirelessly to secure her daughter's release for nearly 4 months.
But I'm trying to write everybody I can. I'll write, write the Pope, Bill Clinton.
Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley spoke with CBS affiliate KOIN about the relentless efforts to free Addison.
We pursued some back channels for folks who had connections to have them weigh in privately. We did everything we possibly could to find a way for her to get released from prison.
The State Department said the U.S. government has welcomed the decision. However, Addison's ordeal is not over yet. Senator Merkley says it is still going to take time before her passport is returned, allowing her to travel freely to the U.S. But for this Oregon mum, her daughter's freedom could not have come at a more perfect time.
This is going to be a memorable Christmas. I will never forget this Christmas.
Now, Dr. Stacey Addison's next obstacle is to get her passport back. Critics have blamed the delay in securing her release on the U.S. Senate gridlock. Until recently, there was no ambassador in East Timor. Now that there is finally a U.S. diplomatic presence in that country, it's hoped the process of bringing Addison back home will be a lot smoother. Anthony.
Deborah, we hope she gets home soon. Thanks.